Hey you guys, so today we are looking at this, which is the History of the Daleks number 2. Dalek Invasion of Earth 1964, which is one of my favourite stories. It was also kind of what they made into the Peter Cushing film, which I grew up loving, because that was available to record off the telly and you could watch that. Doctor Who wasn't on so often. So, yeah. And Doctor Who took up a lot of video cassette back in them days. Oh, you kids today don't know how lucky you are to have things like DVDs and Blu-rays and streaming services. Yes, good old streaming services. What would you do without them? Have a livelihood. Anyway, these are the Doctor's Who figures from B&M. Good old B&M provided these. I do like this end box artwork. I think it's really Doctor Who-ish. And on the other end we have that, and underneath we have character options, etc., with their phone number and made in China. Item Doctor Who History, Dalek Invasion of Earth 1964, collector figure set, item number 07206. So again on the back, nice artwork there, and a history of this is the TARDIS brings the Doctor and his companions to London on Earth, only to find the city in ruins. As they explore, they are horrified to find an army of zombified, emaciated but brutal robo-men controlling the streets, and a Dalek flying saucer in a nearby square. They soon find out the entire world is under Dalek control. The invasion started with a plague sent to the Earth to decimate the population, and the Daleks followed in its wake. A plague? Like a virus, maybe? Just looking out the window, can't see any ships yet. The Daleks following in its wake, death and destruction whilst enslaving any survivors. It soon turns out the Daleks have an audacious plan. Oh, I love that word, audacious plan, to mine down into the core of the Earth and destroy it with a huge bomb in order to pilot the planet wherever they want. The TARDIS crew and some rebels band together and manage to infiltrate the mine workings. Once inside, they divert the bomb through to save the Earth, but in ensuring explosion, a volcanic eruption is created which catches the Dalek ship in the blast, destroying the Daleks. Yeah, like it did. Of the original 4 Daleks, 2 were to return for the second story, and 2 all-new Daleks casings were commissioned. Most of the Daleks, old and new, were refurbished with an updated look, which included new higher bumper base hiding newer wheels that coped better with uneven terrain, and new eye designs. These new taller Daleks were much more imposing on screen, and in addition several new colour schemes, or rather design schemes, were introduced to denote different Dalek hierarchies. One Dalek played 3 roles in the story, in fact appearing as a silver drone, a Dalek saucer variant, and alternative black skirt panels, and finally as a black Supreme Dalek. This Dalek was one of the new ones and had darker skirt hemispheres and darker eye rings. There you go, that's a plot history for the characters. So let's get them out of the box. Oh, this reading makes your mouth dry, doesn't it? I did pretty well for that because I am dyslexic, and I will say reading these things out to you sometimes does scare me a little bit that I'm going to say a wrong albatross. I mean word. Out it comes. There we go. One set of, we'll put that safe on the floor over there. One set of Daleks. Slide them out of the packaging. There is a nice London backdrop. Go blimey, governor. Thanksies. So we shall quickly, before you notice, cut through the string that is holding them in. Nobody can hold back the Daleks except for a small piece of string with a knot in it. Right, so there he goes, and there he goes. Put that down to myself as well. That all fell over. So these, oh yeah, these are bigger. That one has a slightly bent eye stalk. The rubber sort of eye stalks. They feel a bit wobbly. But if you watch some of the old Dalek stories, they were a bit wibbly wobbly. Timey-wimey. Now these have different bases on them. Right. Come here. This is a previous set. Yep, same number. Just different size. So, I'm trying to look. That is, yeah, that is the same figure, just with a big skirt put on the bottom. Though it is a different base. Yeah, it's like they've screwed that onto a bigger base. And it's the same as except this one, obviously they have the dishes on the back so that they can communicate and get their power, so they don't get this, because they get static electricity through the floor. Yeah, it's like static electricity through the floor, but with the discs on the back they get static electricity sent through the air. I think Tesla worked on that idea. So yep, stocks go up and down. Now these have little eye on that one, big eye on that one. That eye stalk there is, as you can see, a slightly darker colour than that one. So yeah, does that have the same number on the bottom? 3334. Yep. Well, yeah, basically the same figure, just different paint jobs. They do roll quite nice. Now let's do the articulation. The eye stalks look up and down. They are a little rubbery and bendy. The head goes all the way around. That bit moves, that bit moves. And it rolls. That's all we need to know. There we go. So they are the newer ones, or the ones that I've just opened. And these are the other ones that are in the same series. So, yeah. So I've gone from having absolutely no Daleks to having 4. Actually, the only other I've gone through the ones on my shelf, and the only other Dalek I have, and I got this from a charity shop, is that one, who has the wonky arm. And as you can see, I actually like this design. A lot of people were like, oh, they look horrible because they did them in funky colours, but I think that looks more Dalek. You know what I mean? It has more in common with these than the kind of coppery gold looking ones. I don't know. I like them, but I think that looks more Dalek. It's more clinical and precise and doesn't have all that fancy colouring thing, and yeah. I'm kind of impressed with that. I've not looked at that under the bright lights. It looks actually quite funky. But yeah, I say it's just nice to have some Daleks, and it does mean that I am going to have to manoeuvre and change around my display slightly. I could have a formation Dalek team. Whoop, there we go. Just out of interest, we have. Let's have a look. Where's he gone? There he is. I know it's not the right Doctor, but it's the only one I've got here with me. I should have gone round and got my first Doctor from my mum and dad's. But anyway, yeah, they are taller. They are more imposing. I like them. I think these are great figures, and I think it's great that Character Options are giving us these. Yeah, I'm amazed at how, you know, when I was a kid, I mean, okay, I was around in the 70s. I was around for the Tom Baker era. We had is it Dennis Fisher? We had the doll and the Daleks with the push button tops that made the sound. I have got a thing about getting eye stalks for them somewhere on here, so have a look for that. But yeah, we didn't have toys like this, and then Star Wars came along and there was action figures for that and other stuff. But I always thought Doctor Who would have been such a good thing to have had action figures for. So when Character Options started making these, when New Who came along, I was like, yes, finally. And I've enjoyed them pretty much ever since. I had a bit of a grey area in my life, and I missed out on some of them because of that, but you know, now dish, 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 I am finding them in the shops and it is brilliant. So thank you to B&M for making or helping Character Options do these and get them out to us and all that sort of stuff. It's brilliant. So please, if you haven't already, hit the likes, hit the shares, hit the subscribes at the bottom. All the little things of all the other ones that I've reviewed lately will be coming up any minute now. Yeah, there they are. So I hope you all have a great day. I hope you all have a great night. And we will see you all in the next video. Bye now. I can't press the off button now.